Welcome to my blog, So You Want to See the World. Today we're talking about Iceland. Iceland is an island the size of Virginia, snuggled up against the Arctic Circle with super long days in summer and almost no daytime in the winter. As a landmass, this island is only about 18 million years old, the bat of an eye in geologic time. It exists as the happy coincidence of a geologic hotspot that sits right atop the spreading line of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, the joint between which the European and North Atlantic tectonic plates are moving away from each other, causing magma to well up in the gap. Because it is extremely geologically active, visitors have the pleasure of experiencing what happens when the inside of the Earth spills up onto the outside. So no, Iceland is not covered in ice, as is Greenland, but it is cold, and it rains often in the warm months. But more importantly, it is way more scenic than you were led to believe. And beware, this is not a budget destination. Because it is an island in the Arctic Circle, almost everything is imported and therefore quite expensive, so be prepared to spend some money. Iceland is covered by several ice caps, shields of ice that never melt but flow due to gravity in the form of glaciers. Walking on a glacier is a cool experience, but potentially dangerous, so you should join a tour to get you there safely. Glaciers melt with warm weather and often form lagoons at the mouth of the glacier. Your jaw will drop when you first spy these gargantuan chunks of ice that have broken off the retreating glacier. You can experience these lagoons on your own or buy a seat on a Zodiac boat at the Jökulsárlón Lagoon on the southeast coast. The meltwater from ice caps, glaciers, and snowfields in the highlands rushes towards the sea, spilling over ancient lava formations and impressive waterfalls. You will see these waterfalls continually in your travels around the island. Many are adorable little threads of spilling water, but some are what you might call a force of nature, such as the Skogafoss on the south coast, surging through ravines and blasting over a precipice, filling the air with spray. It is as dramatic as it sounds. Thermal rivers, mud pots, fumaroles, geysers, and hot springs are all geothermal features that result from water leaking down through cracks in the crust and encountering rocks that are heated by magma. These are fascinating spectacles, especially if you stop to think about the molten rock directly under your feet. Much of this country's habitations are powered and heated by super hot subterranean water, making Iceland a very green place in the sustainability as well as scenic sense. Be sure to add a visit to a geothermal electricity power plant to your itinerary. Although technically a geothermal feature, hot springs deserve their own category. Traveling around the country, you will practically trip over these features, so plentiful is the underground hot water. Many are developed and visitors can find amenities such as changing rooms, showers, and even casual dining at these establishments. The most famous and perhaps most luxurious is the Blue Lagoon on the Reykjanes Peninsula. It is the Michelin of hot springs. You will empty your wallet on a ticket, but plan to spend the entire afternoon soaking in the 100-degree water surrounded by steam. Other springs are rough and wild, and you will want to bring your own towel when you visit. The map of geologically active areas in Iceland covers the island itself. Since the landscape was formed by volcanoes, recent and ancient, it isn't far to go to find lava flows. The most recent incidents are located on the Reykjanes Peninsula, southeast of Reykjavik. Hiking trails bring the viewer up onto ridges which offer a vista of solidified black basaltic lava with steam still rising from the cracks. Other trails lead down along the edge of the flows where you can witness the weird and diverse shapes and textures of the black, once liquid rock. Lava rocks, eroded by the constant flow of water, scraping of glaciers, and pounding of the sea, ends up at the shore in the form of black sand beaches, very popular with tourists. Supposedly, there is only one mammal that is native to the island of Iceland, and that is the Arctic fox. They are shy and hard to spot. Everywhere you look, however, you will find Icelandic horses, trumpeter swans, and Icelandic sheep. The kittiwake is a bird looking something like a cross between a seagull and a tern, which nests on cliffs. Cliffs are everywhere to be found, so take a detour off the road to check out a colony of kittiwakes flying and squawking around a cliff outcropping. Puffins, a seasonal sensation, are another tourist attraction, but are not found year-round. Summer is the breeding season, and they are gone by September. But you can't miss their likeness on every mug, dish towel, keychain, fridge magnet, etc. in the gift shops all year round. The Northern Lights are probably on the top of your list of things to do, and they were on mine as well. The aurora is most active during the solar maximum, which occurs on an 11-year cycle, appearing several times each day, which happens to be like right now, 2024-25. And I have to say, I was very disappointed that I didn't get to see them at all, because it was pretty much cloudy every day we were there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.